Hello everyone, welcome to Sewing Wednesday. I'm here with my friend Carolyn.
Hello, hello. Glad to be with you.
She's still here in Texas with me. She'll be flying out this weekend, so I'm kind of sad, but we've had such a wonderful time, haven't we?
We
Oh,
have.
doing cross stitch and all kind of fun stuff. But she brought down in her luggage, and she flew it all the way to Texas, all her finished projects that she started in July, and from July to now. Well, actually, last month you finished them all.
Yeah, I finished them all last month.
Yes,
And
and she's going to show you
you.
guys everything she finished for 2021, and it's quite a few things. So get ready. I am just so. I'm proud. I'm proud.
Well,
okay, go for
A
it.
number of years ago.
And I'll just hold this up.
Okay, a number of years ago, I started working on the Prairie Schooler series. I don't recall the exact name of the series, but it started in 1983 and it's current through 2021. And back in July, we posted a video that actually showed an Afghan fabric that I had done with 25 panels.
I remember that.
And I did 25 of these up through 2003. Mm-hmm. And then since then I went home. I don't have the exact years on these, but I believe I've done them now through 2014. And so these two I accomplished this past number of months.
So did they put one Santa out a year?
One Santa
Schooler?
per year.
Okay.
Yes. And so those are two. Here's two more that I have done. And I just did these on a toast fabric. And I'm probably going to put them together in a quilting fashion. I'll sew some strips between them.
Well, those
put
are
a
so
border
cute.
around them.
And this is 14 count 8 o'clock?
14 count 8. I like working on that. The Afghan that I did a number of years ago was on 18 count. However, this is 14 count. My eyes appreciate it a little bit better.
Mine does too. That's all I do mine on right now.
And then I do have, I believe these are up through 2014, but then I did do the 2021. I did this when we were together
when you
in
were
July.
here in July,
Yeah, we
and
both
I did
one of
we
these.
both did this together.
And that's
this
the 2021. And because I really like the Prairie Schooler Santa series, there was another series that came out for Prairie Schooler. It was the 12 Days of Christmas.
Oh, you did
And
those?
so I did the 12 Days of Christmas.
Oh, how cute are these? This is number one.
That's number one.
Day one.
2.
Okay, just a second. Let me be able to see them here.
3. I hope I'm remembering the song. 3 French hens. 4 turtle doves. I believe. 5 golden rings. We all know that one.
Oh my gosh, these are so darling.
6 geese a laying.
Let's get a good look at this one. Okay.
7 swans a swimming.
Carolyn, you did such a good job on these. Oh my goodness, they're
thank you.
so.
I believe that's 8 maids a milking.
So cute.
9 something or other. Something dancing.
Yeah.
All of a sudden I forgot.
I don't know.
A little brain freeze here.
Well, I'm having a brain freeze with you.
10 lords a leaping.
Now this one cracks me up. Look at his legs.
jumping over the little chimney there.
Oh my goodness.
And here's number 11.
Aww.
And then number 12. I did these on 14 count as well. And I'm going to put them together probably in a little, just sew some fabric around each one of them, measure them out, cut them down a little bit smaller, and make a little quilt out of them.
Oh my goodness, honey.
So
you've done a lot.
Those were my finishes in 2021.
Well, I'm so proud of you. This is a lot. My goodness. You go, girl. You go, girl.
I do have one WIP from 2021.
Wait a minute. There's one over there I see too. The little gingerbread.
Oh, this was a completion too. Yeah, we both did one of these. We started it in July, and then I finished mine when I went back home.
Yeah.
And so that's just a little Merry Christmas with
And
with
this
Gingy.
is a freebie. So
Yes. And so the WIP that I have and that I hopefully will finish sometime within the next year or two is a big one.
Oh,
Here's the pattern. It's a full pattern piece, full stitched fabric. I've never done one of these, but I decided to do it. And the finished size, I'm doing it on 14 counts, so it's 16 by 21.
Okay,
And
that's fairly large.
The pattern itself came in 16 pages. And so you know right away that the graft is large when you have 16 pages. Well, this just happens to be one of the pages that I copied and marked up, because in order to follow it, there were so many thread changes with this that it required being very specific. But here's what I've done so far. Out of the 14 pages of the pattern, I've completed about 3.5.
This is beautiful, Carolyn.
There's four panels here, 4 here. There's 1 here, 2, 3, and there's going to be a 4th one on here. Same here, and then another row here, and another row that hasn't even been started. So this is actually 3.5 pages of the pattern itself.
Oh my goodness, look at this.
This picture, this is the window pane, this first window pane right here. So you can see that I've just done the Santa's cape
right here
down to his pocket, below the pocket area, and then part of the toy section here in the bag. And so there's a few more hours that I have to put into this one.
Just a few, but you've already got a few more hours in this already.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, we got to look at this a little bit.
I've had a lot of fun with this, but it is something that I had to put aside and work on something to feel something, a sense of accomplishment.
Right. Well, you can
sense of completion. I feel accomplished with this, but I need a sense of completion.
Well, something like this, you've got to set aside and just take a breather, because this is a lot of detail work.
Yes.
But this is absolutely gorgeous.
Well, thank you.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait to see it finished. But hey, we're not going to pressure you in 2022 to get it done. Take your time.
It might be 23 or 24. We'll see.
Take your time.
We will see.
Okay,
so
well, great.
That's what I have on that. And I also want to show you really quickly, I bought some Afghan fabric. I did the Prairie Schooler series on some Afghan fabric many years ago. And in November, I was visiting with 2 of my sisters in Arizona. And one of my sisters took me to her cross-stitch shop in Mesa, Arizona. We had a great time. And I was able to buy some Afghan fabric. It was 50% off, so I couldn't resist it. But this particular one, it has about 20 panels to it. I'm not going to unfold the whole thing, but these are about 5 by 5. And so what I will probably do is use these, maybe cut them up in smaller things. I'll unfortunately lose some of it if I do cut it up, but it's just, I can't do anything as big as this whole piece of fabric.
Well, that's beautiful.
And so that was in the teal green, but then I have a white that is beautiful.
Oh, I love this.
And again, I will probably cut this up. I believe there's 30 panels to this piece of fabric. And so what I'll probably do is cut it up and either use it in 2 or 3 or maybe 3 by 3, depending on what I decide to put in it. So I don't have any designs in mind yet, but I will come up with something.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
And there is one more, actually 2 more that I wanted to show you. This happens to be the same type of fabric that's has a design around each panel. And this one, if I do cut it up, I really won't lose the panels. I won't have to cut it in the middle of a panel.
Right.
So I could use it individually if I wanted to. And I have one more like this that is in blue trim rather than the red hearts. It has blue little trees around it.
Wow, well, this is beautiful.
Yes.
Kind of reminds me of Valentine's too, the hearts.
This would be Valentine's. There is a front and back to the fabric in this particular case because of the design. But it will be beautiful once I accomplish something on it.
Oh, yeah.
So that's something down the road.
Well, something down the road. That's right. Well, they're beautiful pieces of fabric.
Thank you. Well, I wanted to share those with you. Okay, we're going to switch gears just a little bit here from cross stitch to quilting.
Yes, to quilting.
Yes.
So
in our last video on the table, Lorene had this table runner. And I want to give you a little bit of history on this table runner. My mother passed away in 2003. Prior to her passing, well, she was a very avid quilter over the years. Many, many, many years she quilted. And she did everything by hand. All her patterns were by hand. She did not use a rotary cutter. Everything was cut individually or in, in packets, piles of fabrics. But her favorite quilt pattern was a Dresden plate.
Mm-hmm.
And for her, it would take 20 of these rings. This is considered a Dresden plate ring for one quilt. 20.
Oh.
Well, shortly before she passed away, she had enough of these for 252 quilts.
Oh my.
She was, like I said, a very avid quilter. This was her favorite pattern. She did many, many other types of patterns, but this was her favorite.
Oh, that's
so
amazing.
So a few years ago, we gave a lot of them away, and all of my siblings have some as well, but I ended up, I think, with the most. And so a few years ago, I got a bunch of them out, and I decided instead of making full quilts, I would make table runners and hot pads and various things. And so I took them. In this case, I just added a centerpiece for a snowman face and made a little Christmas table runner.
Yes, so this was a Christmas present to me a few years ago.
Yes. I've made some of these with hearts for Valentine's Day. I've made some for the fall time.
Yes.
Well, of course, Christmas. I haven't really made any for Easter. That is on my plan to do. But one of the things I did in making hot pads, again, I just took, in this case, just one and added a little picture here in the center to make a hot pad. And these are washable, of course.
And as you can see, I've used this one. This one's mine.
Yes.
She's been so sweet. She's made me several hot pads.
Yes.
And I have used every one of them.
And I also took some of the Dresden plate pieces apart because she had them in the rings. And I made fish out of this one.
These are cute, Carolyn. Oh my gosh.
And this one I made a Christmas tree out of for the holidays.
Oh, this is nice.
And I just took each little piece, the Dresden plate blade that they call them, and overlap them. And so it's kind of padded there because of the overlap. And then I cut up little presents out of some of the colors here. And so this is all from stuff that my mother would have worked on for many, many years.
That is so special. So special.
I know that would make her very proud.
Of course it would.
So,
oh, that's so sweet.
So that's what I've done there. But you also have something special you want to share here with your quilt.
Yeah, can you hand me that piece of paper?
Yes, I can.
Thank
there
you.
Go.
Back last year, the beginning of 2021, me and my daughter was going to make this quilt. It's called Charming Christmas Quilt Pattern, and it's from Fat Quarter Shop. And you can go on YouTube and just Google Fat Quarter Shop Charming Christmas, and it will come up, the YouTube video. It's got the pattern there and everything. And that's what me and my daughter did. We printed it off and everything. Well, you guys know I had an accident back in latter part of 2020. I shattered my kneecap, so I was kind of laid up. So she went on ahead and started on her pattern, her quilt, but I couldn't do it, and I still couldn't do it. I just can't sit at the sewing machine that much anymore. So I gave her my fabric and everything. I said, honey, you go ahead and make something out of this. Well, guess what she did? She surprised me at Christmas. I'm going to try not to cry telling you this, but she surprised me with making me this quilt. And it's the one that we were going to work on together. And it just blessed me so much when I opened my present and saw that it was this quilt. It just means so much to me. And I just got to show you what a beautiful job she did on it. We're going to both have to stand up,
yes,
Carol.
We are.
Hold on.
Grab that corner.
Let's see if we can get it in there, in the camera there. There we go. Isn't this beautiful? She did a lovely job on it, and I'm just so proud of it. So, Christy, thank you so much for this quilt. And this is the back part of it.
So, Christmas fabric.
Yes. Oops. It's got little...
Christmas designs.
Yeah, Christmas designs and everything on it. But I just love it. I just love this.
Yeah,
so
she did a fun job with this.
She did a really good job, and she really she had gotten a new sewing machine this past summer. Me and Carolyn actually went and helped her pick it out, and she's been using it to do her freehand
quilting.
Quilting.
Freehand quilting, yeah.
So she did this all freehand quilt. How do you say it?
Just freehand quilting.
Yes.
Yep.
So anyway, so thank you again, honey. So I'm so proud of that. So like I said, if you want to do this, you can go out to Fat Quarter Shop on the YouTube channel and just like I said, Google Charming Christmas Quilt Pattern, and it'll be out there, and it gives you all the instructions. And then Kimberly Jolly on the YouTube video will go step by step on how to put it together. So it's a wonderful quilt, and it's beautiful. So, well, that's it for this video. But the next video, we've got one new start we started on, so we're going to share that, our new start for 2021. No, 2022.
2022.
Oh my gosh.
We've got one that we've started and one that we're talking about starting. So we may have 2 starts.
2 starts, and I'm going to show you guys. Remember, I said I may be getting some Christmas patterns. Cross-stitch patterns for Christmas gifts. So I did. So I'm going to show you guys my gifts I got for Christmas on my next video. So anyway, you guys have a blessed day, and we'll see you soon. All
Great.
right. Okay. See you
Bye-bye.
later. Bye.